Hi guys, it's now episode 16 of the Burrell Build. As you can see, the material in the lathe is already being started cleaning up by my dad, and I'm going to be finishing it off. This is going to be the fast gear that will go on the second shaft. One thing is that we have decided we are not going to be cutting the teeth on this gear. We're going to send it off to livestream models just in case we mess it up. First bit I was going to machine was the center boss just to face it off a little bit more. With the boss in the middle now almost done, it was time to move the correct amount and do the outrage as you can see here. We then swap tools to this radius tool to do the inside edge, using the radius for either side of the cut. With that done, that meant this side was almost then finished. All we needed to do was drill the hole, so first center drilling it. Then we drilled it with this 9mm drill, and then a drill that was just under the final size. After drilling that hole with the bigger size drill, we then noticed that this casting had a bit of a hole inside of it. You can then see it zoomed in a bit. Even though we could see this, we decided to carry on anyway. And then after turning it around, and as you can see, we clamped it in there with a bit of tin, it was then time to machine the outer diameter first. This is then like the finishing cut, as we noticed that the radius tool gave us quite a good finish. Also you'll see the lathe is spinning a bit slower as it's such a big piece. This is the biggest casting I've ever machined on the lathe so far. And then after that was done, the next job was to clean up the front side of the center boss, just like what we did the other side. You can see we're starting to clean up some of the edges. So then we kept the radius tool in to do, as you can see, that little corner there. This is then cleaning up the face as well as cleaning up the outer diameter of that boss. With this much done, I then decided I'd clean up a little bit of this face to 50 thou over its final size, to then get an idea of how much I need to take off the other surfaces. With that now done and zeroed on the DRO, I came back to this face to keep on taking off material, as it's meant to be a raised face. Next job was to get this face, which I previously machined, to be about level with this other face, which I haven't touched yet. As you can see, I've also swapped tools to one of our standard cutting tools. Right now you can see it's mostly cleaned up with the edge I talked about there. Next job is then to take another pass off the front of the boss, as you can see here. The outer diameter was left slightly over just in case it moved whilst we were cleaning up the rest of it. With the rest of it now mostly done, we took the skim that was needed off the outer edge so that now it's perfectly parallel. That then meant that all of the outside of it was done. Only thing left to do is the hole in the middle. My dad had said that putting rubber bands around the boring bar would help, so I thought I'd give it a try, as you can see here. The rubber bands didn't really seem to make a difference and were rubbing up against the side, thus then becoming slightly damaged. So I decided just to take them off and continue boring. In a future episode I'm going to be doing a little bit more in-depth view on boring whilst making another part, but for this one we're just trying to get it done. The hole in the side of the hole that we're currently boring meant we had an inconsistent cut in the middle, which wasn't helping our finish. Here you can see the finished part now in the lathe. Unfortunately we couldn't quite fully clean up there, but the rest of it was quite nice. So after chamfering a bit, as you can see, we took it off and pressed it onto the second shaft. Here you can see it then fitted to the Burrell. In the next episode we're going to be doing the gear which attaches to this and drilling some holes. As you can see, it spins nicely on the shaft and the bearing. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to help support the channel and continue watch the build. On the screen currently will be the playlist for the Burrell Build if it's your first episode you're watching, and just below that will be whatever my latest video I've uploaded. Hope to see you in the next episode, and it's going to be the end of this one. Bye.